Hello everybody and welcome to our today's art lesson. In today's tutorial we are going to talk about inversions, and I'm hoping you're gonna like it. Welcome to the class, and I'm going to do the illustration on other keys, but I will try to do the application on the key of F sharp because most of you here, it's one of your favorite key right here. Sounds great, right? Now, let's dive into the key of C. Now, when we're talking about inversions, what are we talking about? We are simply talking about how you can play one chord in other format or in other phases, maintaining the same sound, maintaining the same chord, but voicing becomes different. This is what I mean. This is a C major triad right there. This is a C sharp major triad. That is a D major triad. This is an E flat major triad. This is an E major triad. This is an F. This is an F sharp. Okay, and so on and so forth. Right there. All these chords I'm playing right here, we call them root position, because the first note in that triad right there is a C, and this note right here is the note that gives that C its natural name. Like when you say a C major triad, is because this C note is the one that is stronger harmonically. In terms of melody, this C is ruling this entire triad. I hope you understand. Now, when we're talking about inversion, we are simply talking about playing this chord in another way, maintaining the same notes, but playing from a different direction. For example, this is, as I had said, it is a C major triad root position. I will invert this chord to get the first inversion, maintaining the same notes, but playing a kind of different sound, but it's the same. Pay attention to the sound so that you can tell the difference. Now I'm going to lift this note, this C note here, and play it here instead of here. Right there. So I'm going to play this. Or, now listen to the root, how it sounds. Now listen to the first inversion, how it sounds. It's still C, right? But we just rearranged the notes. So this type of a chord is called an inverted C major triad, and it's simply a C major first inversion. Now guess, I want now to invert. How will I do? I will now lift this one. Remember the first time we lifted this one and played it here and played it like this. Now I'm going to lift this one. Guess what note am I going to play? I'm going to play the E right there, and I'm going to have this as now the second inversion of a C major triad chord type. So together we have this. Alright, now I want us now to try and to apply this concept now on other keys. Let's proceed now chromatically. C sharp. Now as usual, this is the C sharp root position. Take the C sharp at the top here and play this one. You have a C sharp first inversion. Carry the F and play it here instead of here. That is now the F, the C sharp second inversion. Try now doing it on D. Right there. Now lift this first note of a D major, try it for you to get the first inversion. Play it here. Lift this note here, this third inversion, this third degree note on D major scale, and play this one instead. So this one you bring it up here. So then you're going to have, okay? Let's now proceed to a D sharp or an E flat. That is the the root, as usual, carry the D sharp or E flat up here and play this one instead. As usual, bring it up there. Sounds good, right? That's the first inversion of an E flat major. Now let's now proceed to the second inversion, and you're going to have that beautiful sound there. Let's now proceed to an E. Okay, now you're going to have the E major triad there. As usual, you're going to lift the first note and play it from the top, and we play that, and we play that. That's a good one, right? As usual, now take this one up, and you know what we're going to play? Woo, that's a good one. Okay, let's proceed down to an F. Now have the root position as your first chord. Okay, now lift this F and play it from the top, like that. Right there. I just did my two hands. Lift that one and play from the top. This is an A, so you're going to play to an A. Like that. Let's now proceed to an F sharp. We have an F sharp root right there. As a chord. Lift, as usual, lift the F sharp for you to get the first inversion. Oh, sorry. Right there. That's the first inversion of an F sharp major. Now, as usual, lift the third degree and play here. And play there. Okay, so as a matter of fact, you have that for the F sharp root, F sharp first inversion, F sharp second inversion. Let's now proceed to a G. We have now the G root right there. Okay, now going to lift the G, of course, as you can play it here. As usual, lift the third for you to get the second inversion and play that one. That's a good one. Okay, now let's proceed now to a G sharp. As usual, let's come to the root for you to understand better. Lift the first and play it here. Lift the third and play it here instead of this one. Okay? Okay? Now, I'm going now to task you to practice now on A, B flat and B. Okay? Please go and practice these 3 chords as your assignment. Now, let me come now to F sharp where I had told you and try to make a sense of everything that we are doing. Okay? Now, as I had gone through the F sharp already, how I choose my inversions depends on what the song is, how the song is, and how the song is arranged. Like for example, when I'm talking about how the song looks like and how the song is arranged, I'm talking about the top notes of the melody of the song. Like for example, so this is rain, Jesus, rain. So I'm playing it in the basic format. So from the scale, na na na. So that is the third degree. So what is that inversion that has the third degree in front? Is the second inversion. So I'm going to choose my second inversion to be the first chord I'm going to play for the I'm going now to my 5 chord, Jesus. So on my 5 chord, I'm doing a C sharp for my 5th chord, a C sharp now. So I'm from rain, Jesus. So at that phrase, I'm going to select the C sharp root position because the note that is in top, or the note that is in front, that note is actually the 5th degree of a C major scale. So I'm going to have rain, Jesus. Then I'm going to rain. Now, remember the relative minor. I'm going now to replace an F sharp. They're like rain, Jesus, rain. I'm going to replace this chord with its relative minor. What is the relative minor of an F sharp? Is an E flat. So I'm going to use an E flat minor to replace my F. So instead of playing rain, Jesus, rain, I'm going to do rain, Jesus, rain. You see how it sounds? Now let me show you how I'm voicing that chord for you to see. This type, I was to play this. Can you now guess what inversion am I playing? If you want to know the type of any inversion from where you're playing, just invert it downwards. So this note, bring it here. Okay, now you realize you are playing the second inversion of an E flat minor. The easiest way to know second inversions, the root is usually in the middle. Like for example, I'm playing the root, the minor root of an E flat, the minor second inversion of an E flat, and the E flat itself is in the middle of this chord. Okay? The second inversion, the root is usually in front, and the root is usually starting. I hope it makes sense and I hope you understand. So that's what I said. Rain, Jesus, rain. So this is how I'm voicing this chord. I have the option of playing like Jesus, rain. Sounds good, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to maintain my F sharp, first inversion, and this 6, I'm going to play it with my left hand. Now can you hear how it sounds? So together I'm going to have rain, Jesus, rain. See how it sounds? This is F sharp, but I'm going to play this 6. Instead of playing like that, I'm going to play F sharp and I'm going to introduce the 6 here. So rain, Jesus, rain, rain. The same thing. So then a rain. So the top note is the 5. The top note is the C sharp. So I'm going to select the root position because the root position has the 5 on the top. So rain. Now G. So this note should be in front. Nothing else should come on it. So I'm going to play the first inversion of that F sharp. So Jesus rain. So what am I doing here? So rain, Jesus rain. So what I'm doing here, this note or this chord you're hearing here is what we call an F sharp add 9. Is it nuclear physics you're hearing? No. How to play add 9s are very simple. From the any scale, from the F sharp major scale, we have 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is octave, or 1 or 8, if you might want. So, if you play any chord as a basic triad like that, and add the second one of it, the second degree like this, so that it sounds like this. this chord is called an add 9. Why? Because these two, if you continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9. So remember the octave, you will treat it as an 8, then 9. So you add, so it's like playing like this. Or like playing like that. So I'm just playing an inversion of it. Here. If I invert it, I'll get this. If I invert it even much further, if I invert it even much further, if I invert it even much further again. Alright? Now add 9s, if you now notice, they have more than 2 inversions, unlike the major and the minor. We have this as root. Then we have this as the first inversion. Then we have this as the second inversion. Then we have this as the third inversion. Then finally you come back to the root. Rewind this video until you understand it. Okay. Now we want on rain, Jesus, Jesus. Again, this is a fourth chord, which is a B major. How I'm playing it? I'm playing the second inversion of it. Remember, the position of a B major looks like this. The first inversion looks like that. The second inversion looks like that. So I'm playing so rain, Jesus, rain. And I'm back now to the chord I was just teaching you right now. Rain. So how am I playing it? I had the liberty to play like that, but I'm taking this third degree and play it in the left. So rain, Jesus, rain. See, sure. King, 6. That's a normal 6. King, the same chord I had played. King of Lion, Jew. The same thing I did. Jew. This is the same thing. F sharp at 9, the same thing I was playing here, but I took this 3 down here. I took it. So, King of Zion, Judas Lion. This is a G sharp minor, which is a second degree. It's a second degree, so I'm playing the root position of it. So Judas Lion, the reason why I'm choosing this, though it has, I can choose it because I don't want to choose it because this note is a bit low. If I do this, it will be a bit lower, so it won't give you that harmonic response. So Judas Lion, reign, Jesus reign. All right, okay, up to there. Rewind this video until you get better. Now let me add some salt and some sugar in whatever I'm doing on the same song. So remember when I talked about flat 7 in some of my previous videos? Now instead of doing rain, this is the F sharp, I'm going to find a chord and replace this chord with it. Now I'm going to think in terms of this note. I'm going to think in terms of this. So rain, rain. So I'm going to find a chord that is going to give me, that is going to share the same note with F sharp and that chord. And one of the chord that I'm going to have is a B flat minor. But I can't use this because it has that resolution feeling. So instead of that, I'm going to play a C sharp dominant. A C sharp dominant, it should not boggle your mind. It looks like this. You just play a C and you add a flat 7. Like this. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop this C and bring this note down here. Okay? And I'm going to add this. So I'm going to So I do my F sharp here, but I do that, can see there. So I want you to look at it very clearly so that you don't get lost. So you just have your 4 there, your 7 there, then you have your 3 from the F sharp major scale, then you maintain. If you take the C sharp here, it will sound like Jesus ring. But now I want to begin the phrase. So you can do this. The first phrase you do the F sharp, then you do. Okay, so you have 2 F sharps. So rain, Jesus rain. So instead of playing the F sharp like that, so play the first F sharp, then the second one, play that C sharp, add the C sharp dominant. It has to add something there. I'll explain that chord later. So we have that right. As I near my end of this class, let me explain what I did here. This is like. So I did some walking downs and up, like that. So when I do that, and I just hit there, I play the 4, which is the B. Then, so together, you can, so you have the liberty, or you begin from the top, like that. Practice these slides until you become good. Now, so let me just say. So what I'm doing here is, I'm playing the B, but I'm taking down this one. So I'm going to play the broken chord here. I'm going to break this chord down so that I play just the dual voice of it, like that. So instead of playing like that, so I'm going to avoid the 4s, so I'm going to take this 4, so like that. So then I'm going to have this too. Alright, so whatever I did here was, so this is, you just come the 6, this is E flat minor, then you walk down, then we call this chromatic movement. This is, so you have now to do your E flat minor, okay, then you do your D minor and your E major 6. This is an E major 6 without the 5th. So I'm going to have this like. So the secret of this, the way I'm voicing it is, you take your 6, okay? Now take this 3, okay? Now move down. Remember I was playing that D minor, but I'm bringing this one down here. Then I'm going to do so how I like voicing this E here is with the 3rd. So this is the normal 4, which is a B. Let me show you how I voice that chord so that it sounds good. So I will take my one here, and I'll add the 2 here, so that it will be a B major 6, a B major 6. So I'm going to take that B. So I'm going to take this one and take it here with my small pinky. Then this 2, I'm going to add it here. So together it's going to sound like this. Or just do it here. Alright? So, to wrap it up, this is how it's going to sound together. I hope I'm on the correct tempo. Alright. So what I'm just doing is I'm just rolling the chords instead of playing block chords. I'm rolling the chord like that. Okay, so there's nothing fancy about it. It's just rolling the chord. Okay? So together we're gonna do it. Sounds good, right? I feel like I'm going to heaven right now. Now together, so I'm going to have to do whatever I've been telling you. So